Live on YouTube. Let me share my screen. Today, we're going to talk about just what happens when you get a trade alert. Okay, so we're going to talk about what to do when you get the trade alert. Last video, we talked about some of the rules that we have and gave you an overview of the app. Okay, so today we're going to talk about when you get those alerts, what should you do, right? Certain steps to take, certain rules to apply, right? Because we've got to have a plan and we've got to have some rules to follow, right? In order for you to be a successful trader. All right, so let's get into it. Let me actually make this a little bigger on my screen here. How do I do that? Well, I don't know if I can do it. Okay, well, we'll keep it like this. So when you get in a trade alert from Trade Hero, you're essentially going to get a notification. Okay, that notification is going to tell you, hey, we're trading, let's say, for example, this Netflix call or something. So when you get these trades in, you'll be able to come into the app and actually swipe through these trades. Whether you like it or not, you can decide that, right? Now, the information that we're going to give you at the top, you're going to see what type of trade this is. Okay, so whether it's a swing, a day trade. So a swing is going to be a longer duration, right? So if you're somebody that maybe you're not looking at the market today, maybe you're not, maybe you don't like a lot of risk, then day trades would not be for you, right? So day trades is essentially something that we're looking for that move to happen in that day. Potentially, it could hit our targets in the same day. But this could also be the building of a position, right? So if you analyze these charts, whenever you get a trade, you'll look at the type of trade that it is, but also the option type is going to tell us whether we're going up or down with this trade. So we'll see calls or puts here. There might be some puts somewhere. Yeah, Amazon puts here. So you'll see the option type, whether it's calls or puts, so we'll know whether the direction is going to be up or down from the current price. Now, if you don't trade options, you can also look at these for, investing as well, right? Some of these trade alerts, like Chevron, Palantir isn't exactly down. We're trading the upside to that. We're trading a catalyst. So when you see that a stock is already high, maybe it may not be a good idea to chase it on the investing side, right? But when you have stocks like this where we can see a substantial pull down, we might have some opportunities for entry, especially if we're sending some option types for calls, okay? So keep that in mind that you're not always forced to take an option trade, right? Some of these may actually be an opportunity for you to build a position, right? And so you need to figure that out for yourself, whether you want to trade the options or trading in shares and just buying a position, right? Now, when you're doing that, always keep that 5% rule that we talked about on the last video in place, right? So if you have, let's say you're starting with $10,000, then you shouldn't be trading with anything more than 500 bucks, okay? So none of your trades should be any larger than $500, okay? So let's say we decided to take a trade on QQQ with the expiration date here and the strike price of 519. If that option costs $500, that's it. That's it. We're not trading anything else. We're in this position. Okay. So keep that in mind. And if you're trading with less than 10,000, let's say you only have $1,000, then you should be making no trades larger than 50. And maybe $50 won't buy you the option strike prices at these particular expiration dates. But like I said, you may be able to build a position. Let's say you just took $50 in fractional shares of QQQ. Right now, this isn't financial advice, but these are ways to really look at these trades so you can determine what works best for you, right? Because not every trade is going to be one that you need to trade an option in or you need to buy shares for, right? So you need to be able to look at these charts to analyze that for yourself, right? But if a stock is down and we're trading calls and you feel like it's a great company, don't always feel like you're forced to trade options. You can always build a position in that because investing is a great way to build equity and gains over a long period of time, right? So you don't always have to be about options. But when we're looking at these particular trades, what we want to do is first, we'll click on the chart to see what exactly is Trade Hero looking at, right? What is it that we see here? And what is his chart looking like, right? And Trade Hero is not exactly a dude. It could be a woman. We got some women. It's a team of traders and investors that are sending these alerts to you all. Okay. So the style for trading is going to be different for each one of these trades, right? But they're going to give you an analysis with that as well. So you'll be able to come in and look at the charts that they provided. So you'll see here that QQQ had a gap down, right? And we're trading at some levels that we've seen a rebound and reversal from. And our RSI is starting to move higher. Okay, so our RSI looks like it's starting to move up. So that's something we can see on the chart provided from Trade Hero. Now, if you want the notes and the details, you can also look here. This is for UNH. It's oversold, reversal trade, looking for a run up to 520, right? So we're looking for a reversal within a week. And then you can see the strike price that is here for the option contract, but we also want to pay attention to the stop loss and the target. Okay. Now the target is where we want to go, right? We may go to it, we may go through it, we may never reach it, right? But that's our goal essentially when we send these trades out. Now the stop loss, let's pull back up this chart for UNH. We can see that the stop loss here is at 493. Okay. So we can see here at 493, we're about this range, right? If we see that the stop loss is here, right? And we're already kind of running up to 501, right? What we want to potentially do is not necessarily go instantly into buying this option, right? A lot of times there's going to be pullbacks in markets, okay? And honestly, I'd rather have an order closer to the stop loss than the target price, okay? So when the alert goes off, realize that we're seeing the momentum, but that momentum may have already picked up, right? So you want to wait for that pullback. You all do not have to chase these options. Okay. You don't have to chase these trades. They're not going, I mean, they're going somewhere, but don't feel like you're going to miss out on something. There's always opportunities across the market. Let's say you missed out on Palantir. There's plenty of AI stocks that are down, right? You missed out on Nvidia. There's plenty of opportunities, whether it's in the chips manufacturing and the supply chain, or if it's into the new frontier of quantum. Okay. So don't ever feel like you're missing an opportunity. So what we want to do is be patient. So if our stop loss is at 493, right, and the price is at 501, let's give it a little bit of time to breathe. Maybe set some, let's say you want to buy, let's say you want to enter positions here, whether it's on options or stocks. Maybe you would rather it come back down in the 490s, right? So if we're trading at 500 or 501, maybe we can see if, we can get a pullback in, maybe around 495, maybe not that close. That's a little close to the stop loss, but we do want to see a pullback here just to confirm this price. Whenever you see a large candle like this price is going to have to come down and say, okay, we are confirming that bar there. It's not just going to take off and then not ever pull back. So always be patient for these pullbacks. Okay. So, keep that in mind. Like I said, you can always view the analysis here. Let's look at QQQ. Right. So this is QQQ looking for a range breakout intraday. This is a day trade. Market looks like it wants to squeeze higher, so we'll ride that wave. Right. So this was a day trade on the QQQ. So if you look at this trade and you say, you know what, I actually think after FOMC meetings, market got, pushed down, I believe it could make a reversal back. You like this trade. The next steps you want to do is, now that we know our stop loss and our target, next thing we want to do is let's pull up the charts. Okay. So we've got the charts in here on the app. So it'll pull up TradingView for you. So what we'll do is we'll type in QQQ so we can pull up the charts for QQQ. Now, what we're going to do here is a chart analysis. Oh, this is cool. I trade QQQ, so I already kind of did some charting here, which is cool. If you have a TradingView, if you're in the app, it'll pull up your TradingView account if you log in. Okay. So you can see here, we had this pattern forming. Its price has just been trading in this range here. It had a little breakout, but came back, right? Now we broke higher. And on this day, our trade alert came in for QQQ. Let's see the date on that. It was 11 or 12/20. Okay. So when we go back to the chart here, 12/20 is the day it fell right here, right? So this is the day that it went down, and we're saying, hey, based on where we are in pre-market, because seeing that the candle opened here, or actually, let me see. Let's see, it may have actually opened to the other side. Let me turn off these candles. Let's see what we got here. So we'll see what oh man, did it just take the candles off? Oh my God. Never mind. Let's put these back on. So we can see here that on the 20th, we had this pullback here and we were looking to trade the reversal, which was extremely profitable trade. The market bounced back after that push down, right? So we entered the trade on the 20th, and then those positions continued on to Monday and Tuesday. Okay. So this was an exceptional trade here. Now, if you're coming in on the 20th, what we're looking for is that room for the call, right? Now, if I came in and the call was up here, I don't want this trade, right? I don't want that. It's already gone. It's then left me, right? But we sent out the trade alert on the 20th here, right? So if we know QQQ has been trading in this range and broke out before, and then on the FOMC came right back into this zone, and on the day we sent the trade, it literally pulled back for some entry in here. That's a great setup right there, baby. That's manna from heaven. Okay. So we want to look for opportunities, like I said, that are pulling back. So if we're trading calls, we want to get on that pullback, right? One of the things that changed the game for me in trading was focusing more on trying to get an entry closer to the stop loss, right? Because you got to understand the market wants liquidity, right? So if everybody got stop orders and limit orders below the price, market's going to go there for liquidity, right? It's going to stop out some orders and it's going to send some buys to the people that were waiting to buy, right? So all those times you're stopped out of an order, somebody's buying. That doesn't, like, your stop order isn't just like poof. It's not like it just disappears. No, somebody bought your order. You sold it to somebody else, and they're going to take that opportunity from you. So I think it's always important for us to be extremely patient and not just get an alert and run to it, right? We always want to pull up this chart and do our own due diligence, right? So always plot those. Like, let's look back at this trade. We see the stop loss is at 516. So let's see here. We have 516 is up here. So it looks like it was already pulling higher when we sent out that trade, because let's put a horizontal line at 516. 516 is right here above this auto Fibonacci level on cheat code algo. So it looks like on the 20th, we may have been sending this trade out and just saying, hey, we need to stay above this level, which is pretty accurate considering the trend line is right here. So if we don't stay above 516, we're on the bottom of this trend line. Okay. So that was a crucial level, right? So we want it to stay above that level. And we could also enter here because we know we've already had a significant pullback. And considering how the market has been trending lately as well, it's been extremely bullish, right? So we can be more confident in trades like this, okay? So always be patient when you get that alert. Make sure you're waiting for that pullback for an entry, especially if it's already taken off. Another thing you can do as well in the app, if you want to do some fundamental analysis, maybe a little more D&D, you can also go to the research tab and just type in one of your favorite stocks, right? Let's say you want to look at Tesla. You can come in here and do an analysis on Tesla, get scores on their performance from growth to profit, a whole lot more. Okay. So you'll be able to do a lot of research in the app, as well as if you need to learn anything, we'll have all of these videos under the Learn tab. So if you don't know how to trade options, you can actually come in here and get a course on options being in the app. So there's no extra charge for accessing these courses in the app. Okay. And we'll be posting more of these videos within the app so we can continuously educate you all on these things. And remember, you can always go to the study cards as well, so you can learn different chart patterns. That way you're not just, lost when you see certain candles. And you'll have a description in here as well, so you continue to learn. Okay. Now, let's say you like that QQQ chart, right? Let's actually look at one that we have here. Let's look at Netflix. We got a strike price of 1,000. Our target is 941. 903 is the stop loss. Okay. So let's pull that chart up really quick. We'll go here to our charts in the app. And let's pull up the charts and let's plot some things here. We got a stop loss at 903. All right. So our stop loss is going to be here. And then we have a target of 941.
Live on YouTube. Let me share.
941 is our target. It's a little higher. Hold on one second. 941. There we go. Okay. So we can see that our target is a previous high, right? And our strike price is even higher. So our strike price is actually at 1,000, which essentially would be like a psychological target. Okay. So what we're looking at this trade is saying that we are in this range right here. We had a pullback from previous highs. Okay. And we are now trading off of these levels to show some significant support from where we had resistance in the past, right? And remember, these things are interchangeable. What used to be resistance can become support. And we're trying to confirm that before, or at least give you a stop loss to let you know that, hey, if it falls below this line, we have now broken our previous highs and we're back into a lower trading range, okay? So if it trades lower than this range, then we could be heading down. Okay. But what we're looking for is that price, let's say Netflix has a pullback or doesn't. If let's say hypothetically, I want to take this trade. If I see some volume and momentum kicking up here and I feel like it's going to break out above 941, then I can buy one position, right? With the idea knowing that it could potentially pull back. Okay. And I would have to ask myself, am I ready to build on this position if it pulls back against me as well? Okay. So when you're looking at that option, another good thing to do is never go into an option with a limit order or a market order. Okay. So you don't want to just go into an option and be like, I got to buy it now. No, options have extreme volatility. The price can swing major. And plus there's the spread between the ask and the bid sometimes can be as much as $50 or $100. Okay. So when you do a market, you could be paying the top end of that, which means that you could be paying $50 more than everybody else just because you chose the wrong market order. Right. So if you, let's say the premium for an option for Netflix is $5, which makes it 500, right? So if we got 10K, this is the only trade we can take. All right. So let's say the option price or the option premium is $5. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might put in a limit order at 450. And depending on the spread for Netflix, I guarantee you, let Netflix just even, it's gonna hit my 450. Right. So if whenever we go to look at whatever options we want to trade, don't ever just jump into the market. Right. Always put yourself at lower prices. And the good thing to do is look at the chart for the option to figure out what price works best for you. Like, where is that option pull back before that is still realistic in terms of where we expect this stock to go? Because looking at this, we can expect Netflix to maybe go sideways, maybe pull back a little bit, or it could just go higher. And in the case you put in a limit order and it never hits and it goes higher without you, like I said, you are not missing out on anything. There's a ton of opportunities that happen like this, whether it's trading earnings or just trading some really great oversold or overbought companies. Okay. There's a lot of high probability trades out here and we're trying to send you the best. So there's no need to chase it if it's already left you. All right. But the best practice I tell people is to always use limit orders and set them lower. If we can get close to the stop loss, that's even better. Right? The closer we can get price to the stop loss is even better. Right? But we want to be very cautious near those stop losses because it could potentially continue to go to the downside if it is a risky trade. Right? But if we're looking at great companies like Apple or Google or Microsoft or anything like that, you can almost guarantee these companies are going to reverse without a problem. Okay. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these trades. There's a ton of trades for you to choose from. So don't feel like you have to choose them all or trade them all. And always remember that 5% rule. And always keep in mind that we want to get our orders closer to that stop loss and just be patient and let the price come to you. And don't chase these stocks because there's always an opportunity just waiting on you. Okay. After that, after you do your analysis, decide whether you want to take the trade or not. Okay. And if you make some money, come chat. Come drop it in the chat. We've got a lot of opportunities here. So you can see here, they're up 40% on Palantir and Tesla. Sold Nvidia for 20% profit. And we're always posting in our chat with trades as well. So make sure you're staying posted in the chat. We'll post a whole watch list. and the charts for these as well. So in our chat, make sure if you make some money, come drop it in the chat so people can like see you winning. You know, even we can see you winning. We'll share you on socials. We'll give you a little shout out and everything. And then do not forget about our investing chat. I'm extremely active in the investing chat. I trade shares versus options. Options for me is about higher probability. So I like trading options more in February and March, also in August and September, when the market is a little more predictable. But other than that, I trade shares. I like to build positions in great companies. So we'll post charts here as well as watch lists for investment, long position opportunities. Because look at these charts. Look at this. Look at this. Who wouldn't like that? Who wouldn't like that discount? Right. So we're always posting opportunities across the market. Okay. So we'll come in here, do the charting for you and send you these opportunities. So y'all make sure y'all engage with us here as well. Ask your questions. Make sure y'all like these posts, comment. Y'all get active in here. If you win, make sure you're posting that as well. Okay. That's it. We're going to continue doing these. Okay, just kind of help guide you all through this process of trading and everything. So if you have any questions, make sure you all drop them in the comments on this video. We're more than happy to help. We'll even make a video if you got some questions and you need a video. We'll do that. But make sure y'all follow us on socials, share this video with a friend, tell somebody about the knowledge that you've learned, because it's important. Each one teach one. So we all have to do our part in spreading financial literacy. All right. That's it, y'all. It's been fun as always. I appreciate your time today, and we will see you for